In this video, we're gonna talk about age in combat sports, and we're gonna answer the question if there's a certain age where you shouldn't join or start a combat sport, and we're gonna talk about jiu-jitsu, boxing, MMA, kickboxing, all combat sports. So me, I think it depends on what sport you're doing. There are safer martial arts like jiu-jitsu where I think there's you have nagging injuries, but I think out of all combat sports, I think jiu-jitsu is the safest one because you're not getting physical, you're not getting any brain trauma, getting punched in. There's no blunt force in jiu-jitsu. It's very rare. But in boxing, you're getting hit more and more often. That's the name of the game. You gotta hit your opponent. Boxing may not be something you want to take up because it's harder for you to recover. You're older, your body doesn't recover the same, so you're susceptible to getting more damage. And also, you shouldn't. And if you do train, I don't think you should be training. You should be sparring because the head trauma and CT and all that stuff. And especially Muay Thai, especially if you're doing full contact Muay Thai and you're training up with the knee, that's even worse because you're gonna get cut up and you're getting blunt force with the head and to the body, and you're not gonna recover like a 21-year-old would.
I think that if you're trying to take up certain combat sports, like you said, you have to kind of take into consideration your age, what you're doing, what your lifestyle is all about, especially if you're doing those striking sports. And those striking sports, those actually cause a lot of damage. I think something like jiu-jitsu, something that's a little bit more soft on your body, something a lot of older people could participate in, would be something more wise, especially if you have like a more busier schedule or you're working like a very tough job. You want is getting hit in the head, going to the hospital for a while, losing your job, losing your place, and so forth, right? So you want to take something that kind of fits your lifestyle. I think what matters though is that you get some type of exercise. You also have to take into consideration your health, your age, and other factors that may affect your training lifestyle. So for example, you could be 90 years old and actually do boxing, but you don't want to be 90 years old and go in there in a sparring match against a 20-year-old dude, and the dude that's 20 years old is full of testosterone, full of energy, ready to rip your head off. Like, that's the last thing you want. No, if you're gonna do some boxing, just hit some pads. If you can, hit the heavy bag a little bit, light stuff. You don't want to be all doing, I guess, high intensity interval training with these boxers. Like, that's the last thing you want to do, man. The last thing you want to do is get a heart attack during the bench press. The same thing applies. Like, if you're 20 years old and you have arthritis, or so you have a problem with your hands, try jiu-jitsu, give it a try. Like, it all depends on like your health, age, your lifestyle, any conditions that you may have. Kind of figure out where you're at skill-wise, your age group, your health, and then figure out what combat sport you want to do or what sport you want to get involved in. And then after that, train according to what how you feel physically. You get me? Like, those factors that I mentioned play a big role, because the last thing you want to do is get hurt.
That's our opinions to it. Basically, just depends on what you're trying to do. And obviously, you're not gonna become a world champion if you're 90 years old. So if you want to stay healthy, there's you can have custom workouts. Let your coach know that I'm old already and I just want to for fun, for cardio. So that's gonna be it. I don't know what you guys think. Our website, our Instagrams, and our shop is going to be all linked below. Check out our shop. A bunch of videos previously with our cool stuff on it. It's very comfortable. And see ya.